fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. Now he's being given the interpretation. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. So in Daniel's dream, more information is given, skipping on down now. Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. History tells us, brothers and sisters, that the Western Roman Empire was indeed divided up into 10 nations. The Germanic tribes came down and invaded the Western Roman Empire, and from 351 to 476, about 125 years, eventually the Western Roman Empire was divided up into 10 nations. Now, it's not, again, our goal here is not to get into the 10 nations, etc., etc. One thing we do want to bring out is that 3 of those nations were plucked up, just like the Bible said. It said a little horn came up among these 10 horns, and 3 of these horns were plucked up. And we know historically that the Hurlei, 493 A.D., the Vandals, 534 A.D., and the Ostrogoths, 538 A.D., were plucked up. They were plucked up at those dates. Now, the Ostrogoths was ran out of Rome in 538, and eventually in 553, at the last battle, they were destroyed. And you hear no more about the Hurlei, the Vandals, and the Ostrogoths. So just like the Bible says, a little horn, a power comes up among these 10 horns and plucks up 3 of these horns. Now, the key thing here we want to understand is that the Bible zeroes in on this little horn, not the 10 horns. It is the little horn that the Bible zeroes in on. It's the little horn that talks about what it did. And look, let's continue. It says in verse 25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, the little horn will, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Now again, it's not our purpose to get into that. The thing we want to establish here is that here is another power that comes on the scene. And we know that this power represents the Catholic Church, the papacy. And we know that this power came on the scene in 538 and it ruled the world until 1798. So here we see now another power has been added, and now we have 5 powers. We have Babylon, we have Medo-Persia, we have